Yo, this is for some cats. Y'all understand, I was talking about earlier, cats with jobs, cats trying to go to school, cats trying to make it happen, cats with a job. Yeah, let's get into this. Let's make it happen. There's no stopping the sands of time. No one can define how fast hours pass and the hourglass of eternity. Divine is controllable. Only the fast runners realize to shoot for the stars before they last burners. And time's crucial moving swiftly. Going nowhere if I'm in neutral. Don't wanna have to get shifty. Fuck that let it be attitude. Detrimental to getting my papers. Has me settling it for pencils. Number two, no worse, no better. I wanna grow cheddar on my family tree. Guess to go get it's what I gotta be. I admit. When it hurt to win lottery, but till then, pay the dues. Everyone got a fee, and I'm paying out the ass. Ain't no stacking bills, just relaying the cash. In one hand, out the other. But no flight of butters to show for it. No soaring to heights out of this world. I'm in a low orbit, so it's count down the table. Make every moment count. Streets blessed got me cleaning, foaming at the mouth. Hungry for success, hustle still at my mother's address. My money's a mess. I've yet to discover the flesh of the one I call my essence. Who make me shine in the presence. I consider the freshest of all these dime pieces. Walking into these streets with crazy fly features. Holding hands with matching tag, you with timepieces, assets, etc. Mine of the credit is needed. In this whole world, rule, kill or be killed. So I'm going all out to get a taste of this good life. After that, you best believe I'm coming back for refills. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. Word the fuck up. But yo, that's some, you know, nice feeling shit. Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Yo, what's up? I'm Brian B Money from St. Louis, putting on Paint Louis 98. That's my boy Dink from Bits and Pieces. But yo, right about now, it's, what day is this? This is the 21st, right? Friday. 21st. This is the first day of the event, and there's a bunch of riders just sitting around. Some are painting, and some are just sitting around waiting on paint. My man Casper is like taxiing people back and forth from the wall and trying to get paint. There's a lot of complications right now with the whole event that we're having to deal with, but we're just real happy that everybody came out at this point, you know?
You know, in the first year it was like 248 people painted on the wall for a mile, 1.3 miles. And then it kept getting painted and people started visiting here, and it started to be known, like, in the underground graffiti world as like a place to go with the largest wall that you can paint. Well, the story of this large wall turned into the story of the biggest wall in the world.
We're coming here to paint a large wall, like 5 miles long.
Yeah,
the largest thing ever, right?
Shouldn't HBO be here for something like this?
Are you guys from HBO?
And then it turned into the story of the biggest wall in the world where, you know, we can give you free paint. And then it turned into, oh my God, there's everything from free beer to money growing on trees and naked women running the streets, and everything's for free. And oh my God, they give you, you know, $10,000 just to show up.
Hello. All right, Swan 1, Under the Influence crew, MTA RT12. We drove out here Wednesday from Los Angeles to represent.
All right, Rhyme. I'm from New Jersey. Tech 1, Dallas, Texas.
All right, Monk. I'm from Boston.
The closer it got to the date, we were thinking, man, there's going to be 250 people here. Next day, oh my God, there's probably going to be 350 people here. Next thing you know, finally comes to the day of, and there's 560 was the count, I think.
Pretty much already.
That's the man right here.
Paint Louis 98 is 10 times better than Paint Louis 97. And so, I mean, last year all they had was graffiti artists and, you know, maybe like a couple people hanging out besides that, but this year they got MCs, breakdancers, DJs.
Ah, the four elements. Well, you know, you had the four elements. I call them the four basic food groups of hip-hop. You got your rappers, your breakers, your DJs, and your graffiti artists. We couldn't do nothing like this in LA. It would be too much of a hassle. We'll have, like, you know, a lot of unnecessary attention, picketers, and, you know, whatnot.
It started in '96. Started in '96 when I moved to San Francisco. and I met a bunch of writers in San Francisco. And I moved out there with Tion, Buku. And I had to come back for family reasons. And we decided, well, hey, you know, let's just get those guys to come out here. And so they could see what it's like out here. And Tion thought it was a great idea. We're going to have just 5, 6 guys, you know, and they told 5 people who told 5 people who told 5 people. And so, yeah, you're looking at 1,000 people that just show up out of the blue, no forewarning at all. And it got way out of hand. And it went from, like I said, it went from 5 people in a barbecue to the city politely asking me to lay low.
What up, y'all? This is DJ Alahan, representing St. Louis, El Salvador, whatever turntablists. I want to say what up to everybody coming to St. Louis for the Paint Louis 98, the hottest hip-hop event to hit the States. Word up and check it out. We in the loop, vintage vinyl. We're going to make it happen. Keep hip-hop alive, vinyl alive. Do your thing. Don't forget. Aight? Aight.
Breaking is one of the most physical dances that I've ever seen. I mean, anybody can sit up there, lock all day, pop lock all day, boogaloo all day, and groove all day. But somebody that sits there, goes to a club at like 9 o'clock and breaks till like 3 in the morning non-stop and have the same energy when you have the same energy as you finished when he started, ain't nobody can tell me that that man is not healthy.
You know, you make something out of nothing, you know. I mean, most kids that came up in hip-hop, breakdancing is an art form that, you know, incorporates pretty much yourself and, you know, what you're capable of creating with your body. And DJing came out of, you know, taking certain elements of certain records and incorporating those into a set and, you know, making it into something viable and danceable for the breakdancers, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's also a sense of community with it.
graffiti. Graffiti is what it wants to be. Graffiti can be fucking political, graffiti can be pornographic, graffiti can be fucking vandalism, graffiti can be violence. Graffiti has that. It's able to be whatever the artist wants it to be. It could be a pain in the ass. It can be that shit that covers up that exit sign when you need to get somewhere.
I hate graffiti names and graffiti writers and what their names are. I don't care about them. I don't want to hear about who's in town or who's where, dude. Because all these people walk around like they're movie stars, you know? You're not a movie star. You're a human being who tags on shit, you know? When people are cool about it, then, you know, I don't know. When people are big-headed, dude, fuck them. They're not movie stars, they're not on television, they're not influencing millions of people's lives, they're not doing anything to benefit the world. They're being greedy and only caring about themselves, doing some stupid little hobby. I wish I could quit.
I don't do graffiti for money. I think you do graffiti for money, you might as well quit. Then you're a sellout. You're a sellout in anything you do. You sell your passion for a buck, your passion is lost because it comes a requirement.
We're not in the line of business where we want our face posted on every billboard. I mean, I'd show my face if... No, I don't think I ever want to show my face if what's that? This is the identity I want, man. If I wanted to be a movie star, I'd go to, like, you know, someone else.
I don't know, after you do a mural, it's kind of like a, no matter whether it's legal or illegal, you're just like in awe. And you can't believe that you did that, you know? I mean, it's kind of like being a rock star in a small way.
Sure, I'm doing it for notoriety and all those little bullshit things that people say they're not out for, but in a sense I am, but it all revolves around me.
Graffiti is only art as a movement. It's only an expression of things that you just can't put into words as a whole. Seeing all these people, and it's such a comment on how our society is today. Like, we need this special attention. And that's why I never could really cut it in the graffiti world. I hated it because the more attention I got, the more I tried to get away from it. I never did it for the attention. I never liked the attention. And that's why I didn't fit in. I didn't like taking photos of my own work. I didn't like showing other people photos of my own work. The more people were watching me paint, or the more people would see what I painted, the less I really wanted to paint it. Because you're coming in on 70, it's going to turn to 40.
Yeah, a little flavor to turn the page. Yeah, come on, bring that shit on. You got it. Yeah, get that beatbox, yo. Give him a rhyme. Like this.
All right, yo. So, barter and trade is long abolished. Now the middleman rules, providing classes and gases to make the nation of fools, which go beyond common sense and pure submission to laws. Believing that we need them since we're all subject to flaws. Nobody's perfect, and that my brother's hyped up his fact. But if divinity created me, then tell me why's that? It's all choice. You choose to use the gift that is given, or you choose to refuse, and now review the life you live in. That's a soundtrack for the book.
This is Al's Bar in downtown Los Angeles. This is our Hall of Fame, basically. This is the UTI that I did at the Von Boudet War wall that's featured in the rap pages this month. I did that for my girlfriend. It's actually featured in a movie with Paul Rodriguez and Gloria Raúl. I got paid for that one. Venice Pavilion, another UTI production. We pieced up the whole pavilion. We like to do shit like that.
Like, we paint walls all the time and shit. They're like legal walls. We're up in LA and Hollywood. We got a lot of walls. Like, my crew, CBS, has a lot of walls, and like all our homies come and paint on them. It's like our legal yard there, you know. And throughout the whole city in LA, we have like a lot of legal walls. You know what I mean? We get down with like the neighborhoods that, you know what I mean, and the people that own the stores, the little liquor stores and all that shit, and we try to you know, convince them that we could do something good for them, you know what I mean? And most times it runs smooth, you know.
Clay,
Actually Pryor's right over there. Came out here too. More productions. This was another cave production in East Los Angeles at Sears. If you're familiar with the area, it's over in the industrial area, and this was all a cave scene. This is just 2 little flicks of it. More Baudet Wars.
Like gangs were the first graffiti artists in LA, you know what I mean? And they're like, that's like deep roots in LA, like you can't avoid it, you know what I mean? Like every one of my homeboys here knows gang members or are gang members themselves, you know what I mean? And that's who their family is, so, you know what I mean? You grow up in that type of situation and it's you know, it's like, you can't leave that, you know what I mean? You can't leave all your friends and all that shit, then.
What about the controversial Express Venice Pavilion?
You see this pig portrayed as a cop. I mean, a cop portrayed as a pig beating up this Afro-American, which is actually just a punk rock kid with a tan. Was taken out of proportion at Venice Beach, California, and well, turn to channel whatever, CBS for that. Payne Lewis, fucking 9-7, Axis and Rob 1 taking on the impossible.
Big up.
DJ Alahan, the finest DJ in St. Louis right here. DJ Alahan, representing.
Pumping up the fucking new exhibit shit.
If anyone knows where she is, this is Task.
Got my own shit now.
I forgot to tag a certain part of her body from last year.
Click pow.
And we
what
take
you
you
see
out
is what you get now.
With Rob 1 in San Diego, representing CBS crew, Dino style. We out.
What you see is what you get now.
Nowhere, really, in the middle of America, doing the Paint Lewis 98. All of us are painting. We have a theme. This theme is supposed to be the Armageddon. A lot of people aren't even going to go with any theme at all. But a lot of us, like, we've been talking and we've been researching the whole situation for like weeks, just so we can, you know, come here with some great idea, you know, try to burn everybody and try to be so good at graffiti. But really, it's not really, you know, we figured it out. We've been in the library researching the heaven and hell, the death, and we've like really changed our whole outlook on the whole situation. And we really don't care about that much anymore. And we've come to this conclusion that we're like all prophets, and we're all like trying to tell mankind about the destruction and the chaos and the failed civilization that we've been living in the last, you know, I'm only 20, so I've only lived through 20 years. But I mean, I'm going crazy in this society, you know. The media is totally focused on our president. You know, everything is going wrong right now, and it's all combusting. It's all going to a final end. And us, we just happen to be here doing graffiti. You know, we happen to be like telling what's about to happen. We're telling the story of mankind's failure, you know, basically.
I think graffiti puts you on the outside of adversity, you know. People's ignorance, you get to see it because you're on the outside. You're seeing, like, the bullshit that they involve their life in. And you realize it's crap because you're not down with their culture and they're not down with yours, you know? If they're not a graffiti writer, you can't relate to them. It goes with anything.
You know, I look at the cops are down there, and of course, they're gonna be giving us shit all day, you know, because they're totally against, you know, us expressing what's going to happen, really. And I don't know. Shit's gonna go crazy, though. Just watch. This is like the first step. We're bombing countries. We don't even, you know, we have no fucking business doing whatever we do, and everything's gonna go haywire, man. and end of the world, I think, is closer than we all think, really.
Pose DC5 from Chicago.
All right, Steph, DC5 from Chicago.
You know, the theme was supposed to be about Armageddon and the future and all that, and we figured some people were gonna pick like positive and negative. Some people were gonna pick like heaven or hell, and we decided that, you know, it's never really gonna end. This is a circle of life, which the circle of life is made by positive and negative, constant fighting and constant, and so that's what the whole thing is about. Negative spinning off and coming out, and positive spinning off, and together they form to make a circle. And we put the Dalai Lama in the center because we feel he represents understanding and peace, and in the center of all this. So that's our vision of the future, is that life is just a circle and it keeps going. It's a constant struggling between positive and negative.
What up, what up? Zor SB, Chicago. Down with the crew. This is about to hit like the history of the world and alphabets and style and like, and pretty much that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is, man. Basically, it's about like the history of the world and like the history of like evolution through style, codes, signals, signs, just a lot of stuff like that. That's what we always be doing anyway, so like, just like hitting things in the stories.
Where at? And where?
Where? Chicago, I said Chicago. What's up with that? Chicago Transit Authorities. That's where.
Jaywalk, XQZ, NOSCIE, Chicago.
Flex, TMS, XQZ from Chicago.
The concept of Armageddon, you know, for the thing, but our idea here is like, it's like a big pussy, and it's like life and death. It says life, and that says limbo, and it's, you know, life and afterlife coming out of, you know, a woman.
And these guys right here, they're hanging on to these rocks, and that's limbo, you know, because they're hanging on, they're doing their best not to let go, not to fall. You know, you fall, that's heaven. But they're not getting to hell, you know, they're just kind of stuck. They're just trying to hang on, you know? And that's what limbo is.
From Memphis, Tennessee, Kodak, NDK Crew CO2. I don't know, man, just came out to see what I could do. See if I could flex, hang with the best, you know? That's about all. A lot of time and pain went into all of this.
Where's the key at?
Hey, Omar. Peace and I'm out. Short and sweet.
Yep.
I started trying to do something different. All those buildings and crap. It was gonna be I was gonna say a bastion of enlightened thinking. It was always gonna be these buildings. It was gonna be kind of cool, but I whacked out, couldn't do it. So I decided to do a shitty piece over part of it.
The theme was Armageddon, and we did because it makes some people happy and other people sad.
You know? I think he's breaking it down for the bodily impaired.
I figured it was just it allowed just enough room for severed heads, but enough understanding that the city would look at it and go, well, isn't that amazing? You know, is this what our young people think? You know, I mean, it's just like it left both doors wide open, but instead of it being a clear path to walk through, it just let all the flood in. You know, it just let all the shit in the flood in, and it caused a lot of problems. We should have gone with like a circus animal theme or something. I don't know. But even then, they would have found some way to like have, you know, Henry Lee Lucas and Ed Gein holding up severed heads of tigers or some weird mass murder bullshit like that. Like, where there's a will, there's a way, and if you try to piss somebody off, it's probably the easiest way imaginable. It's a road traveled many times.
Hey, it's Casper, we're gonna see this. Yo, thanks a lot for being here when the ladder showed up, kid. Thanks for the place to stay. Thanks for all the paint that showed up. Yo, get the duck sick, fucker. Fuck St. Louis.
I would personally, I don't have nothing against Casper. It took him a lot of time to organize this, and I think just the turnout is great. It's hot as fuck out here and humid, but you know, we're handling our shit as you can see.
I ride clean from Pittsburgh. This is one of the first big jams I've ever been to. I never seen nothing like it. It's fucking crazy. It's real cool. I love it. I don't know. It's really hot. Really hot.
Yo, the sun's good for me, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, about 6 o'clock, these things called mosquitoes come out, but they ain't regular mosquitoes. And I get these giant things. These things are fucking whack, man. Like, these are the worst. They just nap at me, man. I got bitten on the face like so many times, but those go away quicker. These giant ones, they stay around. I get them and I scratch them till they bleed and they still hurt. And I got this one right, this giant fucking welt. I got this shit on my back. I got tore up, man. It's like I got B positive blood, so it's like that's pretty rare blood. So every animal wants a piece of me.
It was hot. It was hot as hell, and it was uncomfortable and it was irritating. And there was some really rude bastard jackoffs that were here that were not pleasant to be around, and they probably had a very miserable weekend. But you know, if I could do anything, I'd change it for him.
Casper said that he was gonna hook us up food and everything. Like, we're all disappointed a lot, and it was, you know, some of his promises were late.
I would venture to say 9 out of 10 people that said that they had promises made to them couldn't pick me up in a line, couldn't pick me out in a lineup. They had no clue. They heard these rumors about this grandiose event that weren't true. And they went on rumor, and they thought they could just show up and collect as unlimited supplies of free paint. Everyone that registered was called ahead of time and said, you'll be lucky to get 10 cans.
Yo, tell them what time it is. Yo, it's J-Treds up in the piece. Yo, anybody know Indelible's up in here? Aight, baby. Yo, I feel that. Word up. Yo, we gonna get into some shit. Repping out here from NYC. Yo, crazy. Love to be out here in St. Louis. Yo, we got any riders in the place? On the Paint Louis cat? Motherfucking vandals. Just painting up the place. Yo, anybody seen the wall down by the river? That shit is blazing. Yo. But yo, we gonna get into some shit. Yo, right now, but yo, is anybody hot up in here? I know the dancers is sweating, all fucking sweating shit all up in their shirt and shit. Yo, let me just, you know, give a little taste of how hot it is. Check it out, yo. Peep the forecast, out the door cast. Weather reporter suggests dress light. It's gonna be a scorcher. Crazy degrees, no rain, no breeze, no 83s, upper 90s. Sunny streets can be fucking fiery. Make it spot hot, turn your hot block into a hot hood. When niggas flip their hot rocks and sell their hot goods. I bought a good watch, high quality for a low fee. Paid a high price. Now it seemed to fuzz, wanna know me. A young black man with a Rolex, kinda nervous. Pat me down, thinking crack sales financed the purchase. Found nothing. Heard sorry, son, you know how it be. We're brothers hustling. Now I know it's us against them, but there's us. Then you got friends, cause us can't be trusted. Us been on the bus, make it hot like spicy mustard. Hold a relish, shit ain't sweet. Brothers get old and jealous. How's to take yours? A bit overzealous. Man, that just isn't cool. Makes me wanna take a dip in the pool, cause it's hot. Well, you don't know which brother's gripping the tool, flipping it random. On some old stick 'em and move, bringing heat, and I'm not just talking handguns. It's hot. Y'all understand that heat?
You know, maybe next year it could be a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Just like chance, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there is a way. There's always a way. There's always a way. I just don't know what it is. I want to be there when it happens, though. I just want to see. I want to see it because it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
We're gonna end it on this note right here, because it's all peace and love, and ain't no bullshit go on. So go on the instrumental, and we're gonna leave with peace and love, and that's it, and we're gonna set it off.
No doubt.
Freestyle, off the time.
Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check. Rip it. I'm on it. Check it out. Break it down with that. Where you at? 1, 2 with that. With that. Where you at? 3, 4 with that. Where you at? Drop that shit.
Peace.
Yo, thanks for coming down, everybody. Don't forget, we still got the wall tomorrow, so they're finishing up the wall tomorrow day. So the wall.
Just drinking gallons of milk outside throwing up. What the fuck is that? Is that crazy?
Check it out. The after party is 3937 West Broad Street. It's right off Vanderbilt. You guys gotta leave as soon as possible. We went over time, so everybody head towards the door right now.
Covell on the microphone. Even when the bouncers talk, I don't leave it alone. Fuck them all. Fuck them all from their head to their balls and their feet. I'm ripping off their fucking ankles in the street. Cause I'm Don Dottie, baby, and I'm wild out my mind. Look a fucking camera in the eye and fucking smile. Cause I'm like that. When I'm in the front, you look at my nose. When I'm from the side, the police look at that side and then they pose. You look at my pictures from my mind when I'm spitting. Yo, my tongue sometimes gets twisted because that's just freestyle and not written. And when I twist my tongue, you get sprung off the mental. Yo, peace, Don Covell, no pad and no pencil, alright? Word up. Peace, cameraman and audience people. Get out the door. Get out the door.
I need everybody to head to the door as soon as possible. So if you're drinking a beer, please put it down. Get everybody to head to the door.
So yo, if you're like in Gangstar Black Eyed Peas and you end up watching this, if you don't come to the event and rep, I'll be very angry. Angry.
You
just one half. My name is Stick. My man M1 is in Cuba right now with Fidel Castro and Asada Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Holding that down. And boom, we had 2 shows at the same time, so I just came out here to show some love. You know what I mean? Fill out St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? So boom, on that note, we're going to be working with some music that we just going to be doing our thing. But before anything, so I know y'all hear me at least one time tonight, I'm going to say this shit, alright? Bust it. I don't want no computer chip in my arm. I don't want to die by a nuclear bomb. I said we all rush the Pentagon, pull out guns and grab the intercom. My first words would be, I believe man-made God, out of ignorance and fear. If God made man, then why the hell would he put us here? I thought he was supposed to be the all-loving, the same God that let Hitler put the Jews in the ovens. We don't fall for that regular shit. They try to feed us all this half-ass leadership, flipping position. They turn politician and shut their hell up and follow tradition. When that TV screen is telling lies to your vision. Every channel got some brainwashed cop shit to watch. Running up in niggas' cribs claiming that they heard shots. It's a plot. But Buster, can you tell me who's greedier? The big corporations, the pigs, or the media? Sign of the times. Terrorism on the rise. Commercial airplanes falling out the skies like flies. Make me wonder what secrets went down with Ron Brown. Who burned the churches to the ground with no evidence found? It's not coincidence. It's been too many steady incidents. It could have been the Klan who put that bomb in the Olympics. But it probably was the FBI. We back to core. Because if they make us all panic, they can start martial law.
This is my single. It come out September 1st. Picking up that 50's vinyl. You know what I'm saying? It's called Them Grips. Yo, everybody's talking about something that's hot. So we added something that's hot too. Hot grips. Alright? Remember when Al Green cheated on his wife? And his wife threw grits in his face because he cheated? Them shit was hot. So now, my shit is hot like grits. I'm a dog in your face. Get it? Okay, y'all with me? Check it out. Check it out. Yo, I'm a spray trade.